There's a stepdaddy ladder.
Step your daddy. Now the real question is, where did I just put that screwdriver? There she is. There she is, buddy. Drywall on here. I'm just because we live.
What's that?
I said I know we're gonna have to put drywall up on here. I said, but for the simple fact that because we live with Ruth, I'm putting a faceplate on that electrical box. Nobody wants to hear this in the middle of the night. Ow! Right? Alright. Okay, so those we're gonna drywall yet, right? So let's take the stickers off. If I can. What a dumb spot for a sticker, right?
What's that?
On the actual switch itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's stupid. Why would you put it on the back side? So silly. What now? Does this one have one or is this the... That's the old one. So I can throw these guys out.
What's that?
These old switches.
Yep, the ones that came out of this house for
Yeah.
sure.
Mercy, sakes alive. AC only. Common if three-way switch. That just looks sketchy.
What?
I said this just looks sketchy.
Old.
Ancient civilization lived here before.
No, Alrighty. I think we're just about ready for drywall, man.
What are we doing with this? This is gonna run inside of the trim?
Yeah, I gotta figure that out yet.
Probably inside of the trim.
I'm just not sure what to do with underneath the beam.
Underneath the beam.
Yeah, to get it back to the post or the column.
We just staple.
Yeah, but wires there, right? So your trim piece, we're gonna have to do like a 1/2 inch
Gap on the bottom.
yeah, all the way across the whole thing.
That's okay.
We'll just through a lot for the 6 inches of frickin' cable.
That's fine. There's worse problems in the world.
I could, if I had a super long 1/2 inch, I should have planned that tighter. I should have planned that hole closer.
But we've had to make quite a few modifications from our original measured plan, so
The whole thing's a modification, I guess.
it's all good in the hood. Alright, what's next? What's next, sir?
Sleepy time.
Good night. What are we building, Huz?
Oh, you'll see. Sandbox.
Sandbox in the house?
Sandbox in the house.
I like it. Ruth's new litter box. Ruth is gonna have to start an OnlyFans account for her paws because she smashed our TV tonight. We took it out of the box to measure it for our mount, and she jumped up on top of it and smashed it into the studs of the wall. Gotta love her. So we turned it on, and it's now does this. How lovely is that? So thanks, Ruth.
Just gotta make sure the board's flat up against that triangle the whole way through, is it?
Yep.
not gonna be perfect.
Good enough?
Is that?
Is it good enough?
Yeah.
When it turn off. You nailed it.
Our stud finder's no good, so we have to drill holes to find studs.
Very studly. Studliest.
Very studly.
Studliest. Studly. Very studly. Studliest.
Hey.
I just want to film the pullback. Hearth the Herald.
Hi guys. So we're in the middle of another project.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. So we got the wall just about done. Everything's framed in now. We re-ran all the wiring, so the switches are in their new homes. We've added a couple of outlets, so they're all wired in too. So the next step on the wall now is drywall. Everything was closed today, so we didn't get the opportunity to go get any drywall to keep going on the wall. So
the electrical's done, and that took like a good chunk of the day.
That was over half of the day just in electrical.
Like 3 or 4 hours just mapping all of that out, and then figuring out, because Spence had to go up into the attic and peel back like 3 layers of insulation to find all of our junction boxes up there to be able to rerun switches and change lights around and everything like that. So we have our switches where we want them now, in the living room, in the kitchen,
in the dining room,
and we're going to be putting power into our bar as well, like a flip up.
We're calling it a bar. It's an island.
It's an island.
It's an island. We're calling it. It is, I guess, a bar, but it's going to be like an everything
bar.
Yeah,
serving hutch.
Serving bar. Place to plug your laptop, a place to, like, I don't know if we're gonna have space in the kitchen for like
a full sitting island.
Yeah, the island in the kitchen is probably just gonna be like a workspace island, just because it is kind of tight there.
Because we're gonna put our fridge on that wall.
We're gonna put our fridge on the opposite wall to the like the dishwasher and sink, so the area between's a little tight. So this is gonna be kind of like your I guess like regular
entertainment space.
Yeah, kitchen table, entertainment space, office. Like, it's just gonna be a jack of all trades. When we got people over, it'll be really nice for like a buffet type of thing.
Plug your crock pot in.
Yeah, it'll be an outlet on it for crock pot.
So it'll be great.
Yeah, lots of options with that thing.
So our hearth.
Yeah. So.
We had an existing flute in the ceiling. that was here. There was a wood stove in the house at one point in time, but when we took possession of the house, all the black piping and the wood stove was gone, so it's just the flute and the exterior chimney that's left on the house. So we have been looking at a couple of different options for wood stoves, both pedestal and four-legged ones, and all the specs look about the same for what we need distance-wise from the wall, floor distance, and that sort of thing. So spent several hours doing research on what we needed for fire protection as far as it goes for.
We're just gonna go. So there's the code, and then there's kind of like what everybody does, and then there's like the most extreme safe way you can be about it. And we're gonna
with code.
Yeah, we're going with code. We're gonna be above code, from what I understand. So we've got everything framed in right now. So this is the basic frame.
2x8s or 2x10s?
2x12s.
2x12s is what our base
2x12
is.
base with an inch thick plywood on top of that. So this is just the frame. What you're looking at right now, there's no fire protection here. These are combustibles. So what we're going to be doing on top of everything you're looking at, there's going to be a cement board. Haven't decided yet between a 1/2 inch or a full inch. We might do a full inch. There's going to be a cement board on everything you're looking at that's plywood right now. From there, we're going to do about 2 inches between the rock and the mortar. There's going to be at least 2 inches. The most narrow space will be 2 inches, and then the rock could be up to 3, maybe even 4 inches.
So we're going with rock that we're going to collect from. We haven't decided if we're going to get it from the river because we would like to get this done before the spring. So if we can find an open section of river where the water's not moving too crazy and we can actually get to it, we're going to get some rock from the river. And if not, then we're just going to see if we can collect some flat rocks from doing some hikes and stuff like that. So
we haven't decided between. Ideally, we do the river rock. I like the look of the river rock. You get lots of different colors. They're usually like rounded and they kind of look really nice. But mountain rock, who's complaining about a mountain rock? So like we can take the sleds or go for a hike, find a boggin worth of rock every couple of, and haul that home, and then we'll have some nice rugged looking mountain rock here, which would all be obviously locally sourced from where we're at here. So.
And so behind us also on the wall is 1 inch thick plywood. So our total space, like our hearth itself, is 4 feet wide by 5 feet.
No, it's 5 feet. 5 feet wide.
5 feet wide.
And 5 feet deep.
And 5 feet deep. And then we have a nice 45 cut off in both of the corners.
Yeah. A little more space.
So we did contemplate waiting to do this until after we did flooring, but we're pretty confident in just flooring around it. So we should be okay. We want to get a wood stove in before really deep cold sets in for the winter. It's been pretty mild so far, but we've had a wood stove in our life for like the past 10 years. So at our last property, we had primary heat as electrical, but we heated 100% of the time with wood. We only had
our thermostats on the electric was set down to like 12 degrees or 7 degrees or something.
Yeah, and we only had it on when we were gone, really.
Yeah. So it was primarily wood heat. We were averaging about 4.5 cords a winter. The house was super efficient.
Yeah, very well insulated.
Super well insulated.
Yeah.
And that house too also had the cathedral ceilings. We were sleeping in the loft, so
it's like uncomfortably warm up there.
Yeah, it could get real hot. So this is single level at this place, so we're interested to see how this does.
Yeah.
Haven't really done the.
But we're just under 1,900 square feet, and the stove that we're looking at can heat 2,000 square feet comfortably. We looked at a smaller stove that's 1,200 square feet, but it's $200 difference between the 1,200 square foot one and the 2,000 square foot one, so it just makes sense to go with the 2,000 square foot one. Be done with it.
Absolutely.
So all of these new high efficiency wood stoves comes with high efficiency blower on the back of them, so we've got power on either side to install the blower on that, which helps to push the air around as well. And we do have like a fair amount of windows in this house for like a nice cross breeze. Like we're sitting right beside the patio door right now, and we do have 2 windows that open in the living room, so just having that
something to note too with this area is the temperatures. It is a damper cold, but the temperatures are half. Like we've been like even from our pickle days when we were in Northern Ontario, like right now Northern Ontario is fighting with low -20, like -28 2 days ago, -30s.
37 with the wind chill.
Where we were in Alberta, they were fighting with -30s wind chill, -40s wind chill.
Yeah.
We've been out like, what are we?
The coldest that we had was -25, and then with the wind chill it was like 28 when
he was gone to work.
For 2
That only
days,
lasted for
but
2 or
I'm
3
talking,
days.
just in this last week.
This last week, we've been like, our
3
average is
above
like,
at one time.
well, yeah, that was yesterday, but our average has been like -6.
Yeah.
We had a couple days where it was -15.
Yeah.
Damp though, like a damp cold.
Yeah. So the wood stove will be nice. I
shake the
don't
dampness off.
know if it'll be as like.
If we'll have it cranking as much as
Yeah,
what we did,
I don't
but
think we'll need the crazy heat.
probably not. But
It's
we're
a
like,
nice heat.
it's
We
a
love
nice
that. We
heat.
love that heat.
We
Yeah.
love the warm dryness of a
Yeah.
wood stove, and also to like it's to cut down on one more bill.
Absolutely.
Like with
Not
having
gonna
a
have
gas bill, we
Yeah.
haven't had a gas bill in five years. We had a
Haven't seen one since we've been here yet. So
yeah,
that'd
we've
be
had an oil
interesting.
bill. We had an oil bill when we were in Pickle, and
Yeah,
that was
outstandingly stupid.
astronomical. Like in the dead cold of the winter, we were right on the lake, double insulated. Like our house was the original insulation, and then the original board and bat siding
Yeah, it was a
with
two by so the
foam.
back wall was off of the lake, so it was a 2x6 wall with bad insulation between the studs. And
the
then
original siding,
the original siding, but then somebody went in afterwards
foam insulated,
and put foam also. I think it was 4 inches. There's like 2 double 2s or whatever.
something like that, and
Yeah.
then vinyl siding, and you could still feel the wind cutting through coming off the lake.
We had our cycle. It was a 3-week cycle for the fuel truck to show up to fill up our oil
We
tank.
were like $1,600
Our
every
worst
3 weeks.
3 weeks was $1,600.
We always just dread
It was common to see
January.
like $800 to $1,000 every 3 weeks.
January to February was really
During the
painful.
cold season. Obviously nothing at all in the summertime,
No.
so you're offsetting it. But
we only had
insane.
we only had 3 options when we were up there. So we had propane,
Yeah.
we had dyed diesel,
which was about the same, yeah.
and well, propane was a little bit less, but it was going to cost us a lot of money to convert our furnace over
Yeah.
and swap all of that and get a new tank and everything, because
Yeah.
our furnace was not that old. It was only like 9 years old or something. And then we had a new oil tank out there too. So it was that we
Mhm.
switched to electric.
Mhm.
Or we could have done like what our neighbors did and went to a wood furnace with either propane or
Like
electric
a
back heat.
$12,000-$15,000 upgrade, which would pay for itself in a couple of years or whatever. But we didn't know what our future held, so it just didn't make sense to put that money into that house.
But our house previous to that, we installed a wood stove in it, and was our first house that we owned, and that was our little trailer.
Lots of learning on that place.
But it was great. The wood stove saved our butts a few
Multiple
times
times, yeah.
when our furnace went out for a few times in the middle of winter, and we had no heat except for our wood stove, so we were thankful for it. So also too, like that's just how we are. We always like to have backup options, whether it's vehicles, whether it's even like whenever we buy things, we always buy them in 2s. So if we're getting a snow machine, we get 2. If we get a quad, we get 2. Like, and it's not to be like, oh, we have 2 of everything. It's more or less just that it's like, if we're out somewhere, we know we have a way of getting back again, and that's the same thing like when it comes to heat.
Self-reliance, right?
like to have
in today's
dual
society
source.
and the way everything's going, like you kind of got to be a little more self-aware and a little more self-resilient. Like stuff starts going sideways, like we've seen, and the way the trajectories are showing.
Yeah.
It's good to just have the ability to take care of yourself when stuff starts going sideways.
We've already had a 6-hour power outage since we've been here.
Yeah.
And we were so used to having the wood stove going all winter, like we didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
When the power went out, even when we were in Pickle, we could cook on the wood stove. Like we do have a backup generator, like a 3,500 amp watt, whatever.
65 or 8,500 peak. 6,500.
So we could run 95% of the house essentially if we
Yeah.
really needed to, but then again, you're reliant on gas. So we just like to have multiple ways to keep ourselves warm and fed and keep our things from thawing out with the freezer and the fridge and that sort of stuff. So give you guys a little bit of an explanation, kind of long-winded.
Yeah.
But now you know, and we also got our living room is finally painted today.
Yep.
We got the last coat of paint on that.
Trim to go.
Trim to go. So while Spence was doing all the electrical connections in the attic, I was fishing wires down here, but when he didn't need me fishing wires, I was painting. And then we got our TV mounted to the wall, and
Anybody want a cat? We got a cat if you need
yeah,
one.
free for the taking. Calicos and orange cats, they are something else. Absolutely. Something else, I'm telling you. So we pulled this darn TV. Okay, so when we moved, we had to drive an hour to Home Depot to go and pick up these special boxes to move our TV in so that it was protected. So it had foam corners, full bubble wrap, this box like slid together, and then we shrink wrapped it to make sure no moisture got in there and it got into storage. And like we babied getting our TVs here because our TV died on us a year ago and we just replaced it. So we pull our TV out of storage yesterday, bring it home, and we go to pull it out to measure the width of our television so we know where we want our mount to sit on the wall. And we turn around and we're mucking around with the wall, getting our lines on there, and I see Ruth sitting there twitching her tail, and she is just about to jump onto the top of the TV, and I yell at her. I'm like, don't do it! She jumps on the TV. Of course, the new TVs, they're only like, what, 3 inches wide?
Yep.
The TV flips over and smashes into an open stud wall. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now. I can't even believe this freaking
All the time and effort and energy we put into getting it here, in the last 2 seconds before it's hung is when it gets destroyed.
We're like, maybe it'll be okay. So we plug it in and the whole screen is smashed.
Yeah,
so yay for having to find another TV. I hate buying TVs. But it is what it is. So that's it. I don't know. I think we're probably going to pack it in at this tonight.
Yeah,
get our mountain of sawdust cleaned up in the kitchen, and that'll be where we'll leave it for today. So
yeah, lots more to come, guys. We're going to the wood stove is just getting started. This is going to be the next project. You're going to see nice little holders for wood on either side. Lots of rock projects coming up here. So lots to watch for. Keep watching us. Thanks for watching us. We really appreciate it.
we did another one.
We did it.
Another one pounded out.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good night.